Hundreds of students filed out of Dillon Hall for a walk on the Canal Trail this past Sunday. The occasion was the 49th annual Notre Dame pilgrimage. The event challenges students to put their faith into action by symbolically walking in solidarity with those suffering from injustice in other parts of the world.
Like, that gym was full before we left. To be honest, even in the last couple of years, I don't think I've seen as much participation as I did today. So I believe that tradition is alive and well, especially as we consider next year, which will be the 50th anniversary of the pilgrimage.
Yeah, I was going to say 49 years in, what conclusions can we draw?
Well, I think it's really just about that idea of giving back to your community. And sometimes that definition of a community, they think it's just here, our community, instead of maybe the broader community in the world that we live in.
Create Hope was the theme for this year's pilgrimage.
It just feels so appropriate because, as we know, our world is suffering in so many ways. It's really easy to feel like we don't have hope, we don't have an ability to contribute or make a difference. And this is one example of something a student can do to give of their time and show that even a small action can make a big difference. So trying to develop that sense of hope. We can't give up hope for a better world.
As in years past, the fundraising aspect of the pilgrimage will support 3 causes: a therapy center in Lima, Peru, the Dominican Canadian Community Development Group, and the Canadian Catholic Organization for Development and Peace.
When you don't see the devastation that's happening in these other countries, you don't really feel a connection to it, as opposed to when we know the organizations that we're helping with our money, we're seeing the impact that they're having on the communities in those countries, and it's wow, my money did that. I actually made a difference. So it's really important that the students know what their money is going to.
It means a lot to me because ever since I started in grade 9, it seemed like a really important aspect of Notre Dame, and I was instantly able to get involved in it. And it's just very humbling that everyone comes together, and it's such a beautiful mass and beautiful walk.
The pilgrimage concept was developed by Father Jim Mulligan. Mulligan attended Notre Dame before entering the seminary. After taking his vows as a priest, he returned to Notre Dame, where he taught for decades. Father Mulligan passed away 2 years ago and is remembered fondly by those that knew him.
Well, I think I can't even say anything unless I mention Father Mulligan right off the bat. And again, the unique, perspective I have is not only as a principal and knowing Father Mulligan for a long time, but he was a teacher of mine, and a teacher in a class that literally talked about the impact that an event like this can have on the third world.
I think it always surprised him. You have this idea, and you hope that it catches on. But the fact that it just kept going, and then even after he retired, that it was picked up by other teachers. Paul and Tina Turner had led it for so long, and then myself, and there's a whole bunch of other teachers who have been involved. I think he was just very touched that as a community, we were able to continue the idea for this long.
It's not too late to contribute to this year's pilgrimage. You can find a link on the school's website at NotreDameCollege.ca. In Niagara, you're watching The Source on your TV.